Hello everyone, this is day 86 of talking to a camera every single day for 100 days. Welcome in, come sit down. Hello, today we're back on the topic of communism, as you know, politics is an area that you guys seem to really like. So we're coming in with communism. Nando's yesterday, communism today. What's next? The Lego movie? Maybe, who knows? Communism is a system similar to democracy but different. They are opposites. It is the more left wing equivalent. So, in terms of the political compass, democracy is. I'm trying to work out which side is your left. Democracy is democracy is what most countries in the modern world have. America has democracy. The UK has democracy. Democracy is sort of democracy is something most countries have, and it's more of the lower end. No, yeah, it's the lower end of the political spectrum. There's authoritarianism, and then there's non-authoritarianism. I think it's just called democracy, but it's where the people have more power. Then there are the sides, which the far right, or just the right in general, is a more capitalist area, which is what America and the UK have, and then the left is more communist. Capitalism is something we'll get into in another video because it's very cool and I like capitalism. Communism, I'm not as much of a fan of communism. Conceptually, communism is a better system. Communism is the belief. So, for example, certain countries across the world take this up, but it's not necessarily the best system, in my opinion, but it might be a good system for others. It's where I do my job, you do your job, and we make the same wages, and we get the same food, and we live in the same house, and it is the pinnacle of equality, right? Everyone has the exact same and gets the exact same, which sounds good, ideally. It is spoken about in the really good George Orwell book, Animal Farm. I love that book, where they get animals to play out the parts of communist Russian leaders, which is really interesting. It was communism was something that was really big in the USSR, in Russia, Soviet Russia. It was a big thing over there, and that's where it sort of stemmed from. Now, true equality for everyone is idealistically impossible because not everyone needs the same things, right? You know, if you got a disability, you're going to struggle to work more. If other people are going to have different work ethics, and so, one of the big issues with it is, for example, the person that sorts through sewage gets paid the same amount as the cushy politician who sits in their chair and tells people what to do. They get paid the same amount. George Orwell says everyone's equal, but some people are more equal than others. That's the main communist quote. And so it's a system that should work, ideally, but it never does work because there's never full equality. Because, for example, the person running the equality, right? So, the pigs in Animal Farm is the representation. They're in charge of the equality, and they say, we are putting in all of this effort to keep all of you fed, to organise everything, so we should get the extra apples. We should get the milk from the cows. And you guys get the grain, you guys get the seeds, but we get this, we get these bits. These are ours. And they take those bits for themselves. And then over time, they take more and more until eventually it becomes a dictatorship, which is the opposite of a democracy, where one person or one group of people have so much power over the other people that there is no equality, there is no communism anymore. Communism is gone because there's no more equality. True communism has never been successfully pulled off. Prove me wrong, by the way, in the comments, feel free. but communism can't truly work as a democracy because communism always tends to become authoritarian. Anyway, that's just, if you want to hear more about the political compass, if you want to hear more about politics around the world, please subscribe if you've made it this far. That was pretty cool. And, you know, comment down below what you want me to talk about, because the politics videos have been hitting off recently. So, goodbye.